You hopefully watched part one video. If you didn't, you need to stop this video and go to part one, so that this makes sense. But I got cut off because I have a 5 minute limit on my screencastify videos. So to pick up where we left off on the other part, I'm basically trying to show you how do we find purpose in our informational text? How do we find a way to answer questions and get evidence from the text and not make it super complicated where you have to read the text, over and over and over and over again with no purpose. Now, I'm not saying you're not going to read the text over and over again, because the more you read informational text, the more you're going to learn, the more clear it's going to get, and the better you're going to get at answering the questions properly. What I'm saying is I think it's important to have a purpose for your reading, so you're not reading it over and over and over again for no reason. So like I said before, and I left off, this first question was specifically about the golden rule of lightning. Those are some very specific words. So whenever I was going into the passage, I was looking for that type of text. And that's where the golden rule text came up. So when I go here, the golden rule came up right here. So I'm going to take my cursor and you push down, and then you drag it over what you want. And then you pick a color and you can write a note about it. Like I said, I would put which question the evidence goes with, add that note, and then it'll be out to the side here and you can click on it for whenever you want to go back to it, or you can delete it if you don't like it. So when I go back to the question, I can now look. What is a golden rule of lightning safety? Don't stand under trees, avoid using electronics, stay away from open spaces, or head for cover. And what did we say whenever we highlighted it? Now it keeps erasing it, but it won't do that to you guys. It's just doing it to me because I'm a teacher. But there, right there, head for cover. So that's the option that we're going to choose. So you can answer. You guys won't have this button over here. This is, again, the teacher side of it. But you'll click on your answer and you'll move on. Then I'm going to read my next question. What does the author describe at the end of the passage? So I know I'm going to have to read all the way to the end for this part. So I'm going to keep on reading. Again, you guys will stay highlighted once you've done that and whatnot. Mine just keeps going off because I have a teacher account. Lightning safety tips. Lightning expert Ron Hull shared the following tips with Weekly Reader. Find shelter in a building or a metal top vehicle, not a convertible, and close the windows. If you're caught outdoors, stay away from open spaces and avoid standing near tall objects such as trees. Avoid using electrical equipment such as computers, TVs, and phones. Cell phones are safe to use. Stay away from sinks and showers. Lightning can travel through water pipes, and wait 30 minutes after the last sound of thunder or flash of lightning before going outside. Okay, so it looks like they're giving us lightning tips at the end here. What does it say? I'm going to read the question again because I've already forgot. What does the author describe at the end of the passage? How to stay safe from lightning, how lightning is created, how thunder is created, and what a meteorologist is. Hopefully it's very clear at this point, but I'm going to go back one more time as a good reader, and I'm going to look at what's that last heading. How did that author conclude? And I believe it was the lightning safety tips. So I'm going to go back here and I'm going to look for how to stay safe from lightning. So they might not say it exactly like it said in the other thing, and that's what part of this is drawing conclusions from the details. So I know that whenever it says something like lightning safety tips, what it's really meaning is how to stay safe from lightning. So hopefully that's super clear for you. And you click that answer. I'm going to keep moving through just the same. You're going to read the question. You're going to go back in the text. You're going to read. Now we got to the end. So when we go to look at this question, you need to reread the text and find that. Please do not just go off of memory. Go back in the text. Find where the details are. Highlight them, use those tools that you have available to you right next to it, what evidence goes with that text, and so on. So that's one way as a virtual learner. Hopefully from both videos, you gain some insight on how to give your informational reading some purpose and to make sure you're answering those questions about drawing conclusions using evidence from the text. Thanks, guys, for listening.